Hey there, if you clicked on this video, you may be feeling like you're not seen, heard, necessary, or valued. And it kind of leads you to feeling like you don't belong anywhere and you feel really lonely and sad. Am I talking about you? I totally understand. I want to first take a moment to affirm you that you are not alone. You're not alone in what you're feeling. You're not alone in life, and you are needed in life. There's a place where you belong that requires you to walk a certain path, and it's really, really hard because it does require the season that you're currently in. There is no running from the season that you're in. You gotta go through it, not around it, not over it. You can't just blow it up. We have to go through it. So I want to take some time today to hopefully affirm that you are so wonderful, but also maybe kind of shift your perspective on loneliness and what is actually going on. Do people really not see you, or are you in the wrong area? Are you trying to be seen by people who don't even have the right vision to understand your vision? Okay, so let's get into it. If you find yourself feeling lonely often, the truth is your feelings are very valid, but they aren't necessarily facts. Loneliness is a real feeling, it is a real experience, and I do not want to take away from that because I also can unfortunately relate all too well to feeling like I live in a small tiny dot in life and nobody else sees me, okay? But it is an indicator that you are in a season where there are people, spaces, places that literally need you, that you're called to, and you may need some time to work on yourself and take a different path from what you're used to get there. If you find yourself feeling like there's more than this for me, I'm supposed to be doing something different, I'm not fulfilled, I can't think of the last time I intentionally pursued joy, then that's probably why you feel this way. It's so much deeper than having people around us. It's literally the season of life that we're in. And it's really challenging because when we look around, a lot of times what we can see on the surface is nobody else is experiencing it. It's like everybody else is in a relationship. I know that's my struggle. Relationships tend to completely trip me up. They're never good for me, and I have so much deeper work that I have to do. I avoid it. So I keep finding myself chasing these unfulfilling relationships that leave me feeling lonely. They chip away at my self-esteem, and before I know it, that low self-esteem pours into everything, okay? And so I'm not pursuing the things that I know I really need to pursue, and I'm ultimately not living in my purpose, and that is the problem, and that, my friend, is why you are in this season. This season is not loneliness, it is isolation, and you may wonder what the difference is. Loneliness is feeling sad, which you may feel. Loneliness is a feeling, whereas isolation is actually a true season. Isolation is a real thing as well, and isolation means you're simply separated right now. And that may feel really frustrating because it's like, I don't want to be separated. I've felt like that for a long time. I want to be with my people. I want to be seen and heard. I want to know that I belong. But you may need that isolation to protect you from your own self. I know for me that, like I said, the hang up for me has been relationships for an extremely long time. And I definitely want to arrive at a place in life where I have the life where I'm living the life out loud and in real life that I have in my head. In my head, I picture myself as a woman who is successful. She does not clock in for a job. She lives very colorfully, vibrantly, and creatively. But I've been working a job. I have, not put myself in a position to do those things. And sometimes we just arrive to a point in life where we can literally no longer go on the same. And in order to do that, we have to literally get around some different things and some different people. And before we can get there, we have to get around ourselves. We have to spend a season with ourselves. And I want to hopefully encourage you today that isn't all bad. It doesn't mean that you are not deserving. It doesn't mean you deserve to feel sad. But there's something within you where you need to hear it from yourself. And sometimes we have to really limit those distractions, all those noises in our ear, in our head. It clogs it up and we don't even know what we're doing. We don't even realize that the spaces we're in have nothing to do with our purpose, For years now, I have felt extremely lonely, disconnected, and like I don't get along with my peers. Not even not get along in a place of beefy or negatively, but I just feel like I cannot relate to anybody. I'll meet new people, I'll go out with new people, and I'm like, I don't know, this just isn't quite for me. And so I just kind of give up on trying to build friendships, trying to build good personal relationships with people. The truth is, there are people, places, and opportunities attached to you that are going to feel like home, that you're going to arrive to and be like, I don't even know why I worried. I think that's what we are longing for, and I think it just requires a yes from us that I'll take this different path temporarily. My path is always different from others, but right now I have to temporarily take a season of it may feel like nobody else is getting it, and I have to keep going because I don't want to keep passing by those people that are going to get it, those people, those places and opportunities that are attached to you and your purpose and what you have to say and what you stand for and what you're talented in. They're waiting for you. I believe that that's really the truth, that what we want wants us just as bad, and we have to stop getting in our own way. I get in my own way. I, for the longest time, have had the same patterns of, feeling so lonely that I kind of just give up. I kind of just allow anything or anyone into my life, and that's what makes me feel lonely. But the reality is, it's time to step away from those things and work on the things that I know I need to do. There are things that I know good and dang well I need to do, and I just keep avoiding them because I know it's going to take me isolating. It's going to take me protecting the heck out of myself. It's going to take me not dealing with the same people. It's going to take me not being in the same spaces. It's going to take me not just sitting in this space behind me. As beautiful as it is, I have to get out of here. I have to get out more. I have to literally branch out and put myself out there. And it can be extremely hard. And again, that can feel lonely, doing these things that when you're talking to your friends, they may not be in that season. The people around you are not in that season. Maybe they're not ready to step into it. Maybe they're not aware of it. Or maybe they've already had that. Some of the people that we look up to, they've already had that. We don't know everyone's full story. Just like the saying of, you may be seeing someone in their chapter 50 where you didn't see chapters 1 through 49. You didn't see that whole 1 through 49 may have been isolation for them. It may have been them doing some really, really hard critical work. So if you're feeling lonely, ask yourself first and foremost, what is it that you really want? What is it that you're really feeling? When's the last time you felt happy? Are you happy? What do you want out of life? What are your goals? Where do you see yourself within the next 6 months? And then make a plan. Start writing down the things that you want. I have taken the time to write out a list called the Next 365, where I'm just literally manifesting and believing and having faith for big things to happen in my life in all areas and for my life to change for the better. I don't want this season to be in vain. I want this season to be such a beautiful transition into such an incredible life, an incredible season of life where I'm so happy and I'm so fulfilled and I'm doing the things that I need to do. So I hope that this helps you. I hope that you realize that you're not by yourself. You are not by yourself. Your purpose is by itself. Your purpose is you as an individual, and allow yourself to take that time. Take that time. Don't be ashamed or afraid of the fact that other people may not get it. There may be people who you are used to talking to every single day that for the last couple months it's been sounding like gibberish to them. It's been sounding like a foreign language to them because they're not meant to understand. If we had those people, if we keep doing the same things, and if it wasn't uncomfortable, if we were so comfortable to stay the same, then that's exactly what we'll be. But that feeling of uncomfortability that you have, that loneliness, it's an indicator. It's time to do something different with yourself, and it's time to pour into yourself. It's probably time to be a little selfish and increase that. We have to embrace the season. It's not meant for us to feel terrible about ourselves. So let's stop doing that. Let's shift our perspective today. I'm in a season of purposeful, intentional isolation, and it's not meant for someone else to understand and coddle me through it. It's not meant for me to keep going back to the same habits. It is meant for me to change. It's time to change, okay? So I hope that this helped you. I hope that you are affirmed today that you're not by yourself. You are heard, you are needed, you are necessary, and you're meant to be here. You're meant to be right where you are right now, and it's going to get better.